With us now is the mayor of Surfside, Charles Burkett. Mr. Mayor, thank you for joining me. Tell me about your meetings with the families, if you can. How are they doing? What questions are they asking today?
It's very sad. We've worked really hard to bring their family members out of the rubble as soon as possible. They've been very, very cooperative and patient. And, the pain that they're experiencing is really unimaginable, the waiting, the not knowing. But they know that we are doing everything humanly possible to bring their relatives out of that rubble, identify them, and reunite them with the ones they love.
And on that point, I understand that there's more help being brought in to speed up the process of identifying and notifying families. Tell us more about that.
Well, I think there's always been a good amount of help, and we've never had a resource problem. We've always had a luck problem. We had winds and rains and fires and hurricanes all through this process, and it's been very tough for the search and rescue people, but they persisted through it all. And the families understand that, they know that, and I believe they're very appreciative of all the love and effort and passion that's been put into this effort to bring their family members back. Yes, we keep adding resources where necessary. We don't have a resource problem. As the fire chief said, we have 5 rows deep worth of men and women who are ready to come on board and do whatever needs to be done. So we're just praying we can get everybody out of there and give the families some semblance of closure as soon as possible.
As our own Vaughn Hilliard just reported, you've got buildings up and down the coast. They're all rushing to make sure that they're stable. What more can you tell us about that process in Surfside?
Well, listen, I think it's going to be all over. Listen, I've contacted my engineers and asked them. We've got 40-year certifications coming up on at least one of my buildings, and I've asked them to sort of move that up so that we can get that done sooner. So I've got peace of mind, and our tenants have peace of mind that everything that should be done is being done. Now, of course, the buildings on the ocean are a different animal. The engineers believe there could have been something related to the building going up next door, something related to washout with respect to the pilings underneath. This building just kind of fell down. Buildings in America don't fall down like that. That's a third world phenomenon. So we've got to look very carefully at the cause. And by the way, your reporter was correct. I was out there this morning. The pile is actually below grade right now in some areas where before it was 4 or 5 stories tall. So they are making incredible progress right now. And as we get deeper and deeper into that pile of rubble, it will start to expose what I think we need to see to start to get the answers to why that building fell down.
Do you have a sense of how much longer this recovery effort will go?
I think it's going to go until we get everybody out, and I think it's going to go until we have all the rubble cleared, and I think it's going to go until we can dig in and get to the foundations of that building to try to understand exactly what happened there. We have NIST, National Institute of Structural Technology, out there. I saw them this morning. They're taking lots of pictures. I took lots of pictures and forwarded them to our engineer. So everybody's looking hard at it. We're analyzing the concrete. We have samples of concrete out of the building to the north, which is essentially the same building. And we want to know, obviously, if there's anything glaring that jumps out at us with respect to our concrete samples from that building and with respect to the ground penetrating radar and the steel content in the columns that we took out of that building the other day. So we're going to look at all that data, and we're going to keep looking at it until we start to have somewhat of a picture or some sort of direction or some sort of understanding as to why this happened.
Yeah. Surfside Mayor Charles Burkett, appreciate your time as always this afternoon, sir, and our absolute best to the search and rescue teams. And we're, of course, holding those families close in thought and prayer. Thanks for your time.